And good afternoon, and welcome to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel on this Sunday, August 2nd, 2026. At this time, I'm going to ask everybody to please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your ball caps for the playing of our national anthem. And once again, good afternoon. Welcome to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel on this second of our 4 Sunday matinee cards. On this Sunday, August 2nd, 2026. As we await changes, let's go over some of the other announcements that we have for you, including our racing schedule. As you know, the times have changed. Post time at night, 5 p.m. on a Wednesday and Saturday, and then Sunday afternoons for now, up until August 16th, will go off at 12:15. Of course, Thursday live racing will commence on August 27th, and it'll go to a 5 p.m. first post. Coming up this next Wednesday, August 5th, 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters will be in town for the New York Sire Stakes program and New York State Excelsior Series. Just one division of the Sire Stakes this week, going for over $110,000. Also have a couple divisions of the Excelsior as well, and the Philly Mare Open actually closes our card on Wednesday. Race 13 will be part of that Jackpot Super High Five, so looking forward to that. As for today, the early bird daily double, as usual, wager at least $10 on the early double. You'll get back 10 in free play. We do that every day and evening here at Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. And then all program long, it is the match play free play frenzy. We do that Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays that are scheduled. And $25 in a live race here at the Downs to give you back $25 in free play. Also, the Facebook photo promotion. Snap a photo with you and your group next to the racetrack fence. Make sure your infield is visible in the back and post the picture onto Facebook and tag it at Batavia Downs Racetrack. And enter to win 2 clubhouse dinner buffets, 2 live racing programs, and $20 each in free play. One winner will be selected at the end of the month. Also going on today between races 3 and 4, we are going to find out trainer Chris Petrelli, been here over the last 3 seasons or so, and him and his girlfriend Victoria expecting a baby. And we'll find out the gender of the baby between races 3 and 4 today. And we know the names. The boy will be Christian, the girl will be Adriana. But who will it be? We'll find out between races 3 and 4 this afternoon. Speaking of race 4, we do have a group in the house today. We want to welcome annual come to the track group Los Jugadores. Los Jugadores in the house today, as they are every season here at Batavia Downs. We welcome you back. Your race will be race 4 here this afternoon. We also have a couple of features in our race 6, the open pace, race 7, the open trot, both with fields of 8 and both going for $13,500. And the Jackpot Super High Five carried over again last night, $1,971.71 awaits you in the Jackpot Super High Five pool. And good afternoon, and welcome to the Roswell Park Pre-Race Show. I'm your announcer and handicapper today, Wayne Teven. We welcome you on this Sunday afternoon. Intermittent showers heading into the area. When I first got here, it rained a pretty good bunch. Looked like it rained prior, and right now it's cleared up and looking okay right now. 73 or 71 degrees track is good, by the way, as we head into this 13 race program. But before we can talk about today, let's dial it back to yesterday, our stars of the night from last night. And boy, there was a mad scramble to be as such, as 3 trainers came home with a double. And then we had multiple wins from 3 trainers, and 2 of them with hat tricks ended up in honorable mentions. So that's how the competitiveness was here last night. So who ended up being our stars? Well, our trainer was Taylor Fritz. Only 3 starts. She had 2 wins, like the others, but she had a 4th that broke the tie. So all checks matter to me, and so when I'm going over these people to see how they've done, I go over, when they get into that situation, I go over their overall body of work, and it happened to be a 4th place finish that got her the star last night. So congratulations to Taylor and her crew. Sean Gray, only 7 drives last night. He won 4 of them and had a 3rd. So a phenomenal effort by Sean Gray. And congratulations on being our driver of the night. Our live long shot, Major Pocket, race 1. It seems like race 1 we get some semi-long shots, and it seems to hold off the whole program. 11-1 is all he was out of post 7. Paid $25.78 to win for trainer Candace Brandstatter Hall, driven by Joey Chindano Jr. So congratulations to them. Our best bet was Sunshine Shelby, the New Zealander. Race 6, he went off at odds of 1-2. He only won by 2 lengths. It wasn't like he dominated, but it was enough to get him a star as the best bet of the night. Everybody else was, I think, less than a length that they won by. That's what I mean about the competitiveness of last night's card. Everybody was scrambling to be somewhere last night. Pacer of the night, how about D.A. Magic Mike? Boy, not only does he love it here at Batavia Downs so far, but he's loving being in the Dave McKnight Jr. barn, because in both instances, he's unbeaten 2 for 2. He's won 2 in a row. He moved up in class last night. He won over $100,000 in lifetime earnings in the process. 20 starts so far this year. And like I said, the 2 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds. He's made over $20,000 for the season. And then lifetime, he's got 90 starts, 19 wins, 10 seconds, and 10 thirds. He's made over $102,000 lifetime. In race 11, our trotter of the night. How about batting stats? Another one that's liking it here at the Downs. 2 for 2 here at Batavia. 18 starts. He's only got the 2 wins. He's got 5 seconds and 3 thirds. He made over $16,000 so far this season. Lifetime, he went over. He got his 40th lifetime win last night as well. So in 309 starts, 40 wins, 40 seconds, 37 thirds, and he's made $377,000 and change in his career. So that's our stars from last night. Let's see what we make here tonight, or today, I should say. Say tonight because it's kind of overcast. It looks kind of dark, but it is the middle of the afternoon. And we'll switch over to our pick 5. In race number 1, 50-cent pick 5, again, was hit last night, so no carryover. But I'm going to go with 2 in here. I like the 1, Rock Me Always, looking for back-to-back wins here. Sean Gray driving for May Smith. Now, they closed out the card last night as a winner, at least May did. Drew actually drove on that occasion, but Sean, coming off a grand slam, had quite the night, as you heard earlier. And can they start today off on the right foot? Right now, they're on the board at 5-2. Also like the 2 Twist Knot. Now, this guy drew post 8. I liked him out there because I was aware of what he did here last season. He tried. He cut the field in half, and he ended up last. Didn't finish as well as he'd like, but they were going pretty quick for that class. So he come down in class, and he draws inside. Will that be the key to victory today? Drew Monty now driving for new trainer Jennifer Petrelli. So the horse was sold after that last start. And now we'll have a start under the new trainer with driver Drew Monty at the helm. Go to the second race. I'll go 3 in here. I like the 1 Bold Speed, getting the benefit of the rail. Thought he raced pretty good in his debut since they went 154-4. He gets the rail now in this Class B event. Sean Gray driving for Sam Smith as he looks for his 2nd win of the season. Also like the 2 Better Than Never. Drew an outside post, ended up 4th. He raced okay, but now he draws post 2. Can he get back to his winning ways? Drew Monty for Brad Jackson. And also like the 4 Shocking Truth making his debut for Lisa Mariacker. This horse been racing pretty well and not getting his just rewards over the half-mile tracks at Harrington and Ocean Downs. If he can bring that speed here, he could definitely be a part of the ticket. Dave McKnight III will drive for Lisa here today. Third race, Trotters. I'm going to go with 2 in here. They drew bad post, but I think they're the 2 best horses in the race. We'll have to see who can overcome the post. 6, Valentine Express in this double A for the second week in a row. Now, last week he got trapped in along the rail, only got 6th. But can Sean Gray get him out and moving here today? Because I think he's just as good as any in here for Jerry Nugent Jr. He's looking for his 4th win of the season, and 2 of those were in open competition. I also like the 8, Bisco. Last time he was in Western New York on the 4th of July, he wired open 2s. He's in an optional 20. He just has to overcome the post. We know the horse can leave. We also know he can close. Jim McKnight Jr. for Sam Dilcher. In the 4th race, I'm going to go with 2 in here. Going with the bookends on my ticket, as you'll hear when I talk about race 4 later on this afternoon. Going with the 1, Woodmere Rollin' Pop, who I do have on top. He's got the benefit of the rail. Only got 5th against these open 2s last week. Couldn't find a way out, but now he's got the rail. He'll probably try to go wire to wire. David's stickler for trying to maintain that position. When he's on the rail, he'll be driving for himself and trainer Cassie Johnson. Also like the 8, Marvelous Mac. I have him 4th on my original ticket. You'll hear more about that later, but I do have him in the pick 5 because he is more than capable. He's been racing the Open most of the time, and when he raced an Open 2 back on July 18th over Buffalo, he won by 6. Albeit from post 4, but if he can overcome the post today, he could get his 6th win of the season. Drew Monty for Maria Rice. And then in our 5th race, the final leg of the pick 5, I like the 1, Crazy Fool, another one drawn inside. Kind of excited for him. He only missed 1 check all the way down the program. Now maybe this rail benefit will get him across the winner. Looking for his 2nd win of the season. Kyle Cummings driving for himself as he's now the trainer. And then we have the 6, 7, Tier. Probably one of the hottest trotters on the grounds in any class because he's raced just about all of them down the program. He was a $5,000 claim back at the end of May, and since Sam Smith has had him, he won that start, by the way. But since Sam has had him, he's had 5 wins and a 2nd out of post 8. So let's see if he can keep the train rolling. He's looking for 4 in a row if he can win today. Kevin Cummings will drive for Sam here this afternoon. So those are my picks for the pick 5. Who do you like? You got about 15 minutes to get them in. Also, the 10 for 10 early bird daily double. Give us 10 in the early double. Give you back 10 in free play. We do that every day. And then on this Sunday afternoon, we also offer the match play free play frenzy all program long. Give us $25 in a live race. We'll give you back $25 in free play. We do that every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays here at Batavia Downs when scheduled. And we'll also stick around for the 13th and final race. Our finale has a $1,971.71 jackpot super high 5 carryover in race 13. So good luck to everybody racing in the paddock, and good luck to everybody wagering, whether it be in the clubhouse, grandstand, apron, or at home. And welcome to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. And for those of you just arriving, 71 degrees and a good racetrack. Two driver changes is all we have on today's 13 race program. If you turn to the third, start of our early pick four would be the third leg of our pick five. Number 5, Said and Done, Oz, make the driver, John Cummings Jr. John Cummings Jr. will be driving the 5, Said and Done Oz in race 3. And our 13th and final race here this afternoon, the Jackpot Super High Five again, carried over $1,971.71. The 7, Mr. Miami, make the driver, Kyle Cummings. Kyle Cummings driving 7, Mr. Miami, today's 13th and final race. Horse will be on the track in just a few minutes. Good luck and welcome to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. Pacers on the track for the first race. Start of the early double and pick five. We do have exact the trifecta win play show. Class D optional claimer. Purse $5,000. The one is Rock Me Always. Owned by the trainer May Smith, the driver Sean Gray. Number 2, Twist Knot. Now owned by trainer Jennifer Petrelli along with Jenny Petrelli. Drew Monty drives. 3, Katie's Mick, owned by Curtis Edholm. Back to trainer Milo Zedular Jr. with Leon Bailey. 4, Century Grizzly, owned by the Ultra Racing Stable. David Russo trains, Dave McKnight III. 5, Sportsmanship is owned by the trainer Rose Russo, the driver Mike Bullmeister. 6, Time to Communicate, owned by trainer Luis Ramirez. The driver is Brett McDonald. 7, Risky Dude, owned by Gordy Swift. Tammy Cummings trains, Kyle Cummings drives. 8 is Time Envoy, owned by Stanley Banco Jr., Carl Cummings with John Cummings Jr. Etch Field of 8, race 1, start of the early double and pick 5. Exact the trifecta win place show, a Class D pace going at $5,000. 71 degrees, track is good. The only change in the pick 5 race 3, the 5 said and done, make the driver John Cummings Jr. Hot pick's going to go 241. I'm going to go 217. I'm going to go with the 2 Twist Knot as well. Dropping in class, getting a better post position. Won by 7 1/4 his last start at Tioga, and 152-2 against their optional 5s. We'll see what he can do here at even money. Drew Monty is now driving for new co-owner trainer Jennifer Petrelli. Number 1, Rock Me Always. May Smith looking to go back-to-back. If you date back to last night, she won her 12th and final as the trainer. Can she do it with her own? Rock Me Always here. Sean Gray coming off a grand slam last night. They got the benefit of the rail. They're looking for 2 in a row here at the Downs at odds of 5-2. Then you got the 7, Risky Dude, who's been third 5 out of his 10 starts this year. Can he do it again? Out of post 7, Kyle Cummings, Tammy Cummings at 5-1. Then I'll go 217. Hot picks 241. They'll go to the gate in 4 minutes. 4 minutes to post time. Stars called the Pacers. Race number one. This field is in motion. Last chance to wager the early double and pick 5. Field of 8, Class D optional claimers set at $5,000. And right now, the 8 to 5 favorite is the 2 Twist Knot for his new barn. They've reached the top of the stretch. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Rock Me Always at the rail. Twist Knot getting away. Also leaving their Time to Communicate. Looking for a spot. KD's Mick in there. He'll be 4th in their 5th Century Grizzly. Then you got Sportsmanship in the trailers. Our Time Envoy Risky Dude is 8th. Down the backside they go single file. Sean Gray, Rock Me Always at 3-1, showing the way, looking for 2 in a row. Pacing along in second is the 2 to 5 heavy favorite, taking a lot of late money. That's Twist Knot with Time to Communicate. 28-1 the opening quarter in the offgoing. A gapped out 4th is Katie's Mick, and their 5th is Century Grizzly. Sportsmanship with Time Envoy and Risky Dude. As they approach 3/8 of a mile, they're all chasing Rock Me Always, showing the way. Sean Gray in their second, that is Twist Knot. Pacing along in third is Time to Communicate, is still gapped out 4th. Katie's Mick to the outside goes Sportsmanship. Going around Century Grizzly to the outside, Time Envoy, the half, and 57 flat. So they're going plenty here, 28-4 in quarter 2. Rock Me Always down the highway here, trying to get away from the heavy favored Twist Knot. Then you've got Time to Communicate. Katie's Mix starting to close in from 4th. On the outside, Sportsmanship. He's not advancing. On the inside, Century Grizzly. Time Envoy got behind dull cover and then nowhere to go for Risky Dude. They head to 3/4. Leader is Rock Me Always. But here comes McDonald with Time to Communicate to the outside. 3/4 and 1, 25-4. Into the final turn. Rock Me Always going a big one. But Time to Communicate, coming to see what he's got left. Don't forget about Twist Knot. And now Katie's Mick has come alive. And Leon sends him 3 wide for the drive. We're down to these 4 as they turn for home. Rock Me Always down the center. Time to Communicate far outside. It's Katie's Mick up the inside. Here comes Twist Knot. And the favorite in full gear, Twist Knot. Twist Knot's going to get up in time. Time to Communicate and Katie's Mick. And 155-4. Unofficially, number 2, Twist Knot in the lightning lane to victory over the 6, Time to Communicate. And the 3, Katie's Mick. 263 and 155-4. And making his way back to the winner's circle, the 2 Twist Knot, a Brown Gelding 7-year-old by betting line out of the Western Ideal mare, Twist and Clout. Owned in Hartley, Delaware by Jenny Petrelli, along with trainer Jennifer Petrelli of Haines City, Florida, and driven to victory by Drew Monty. Winner number 4, 20 on the season, the 2 Twist Knot, at odds of 2 to 5. Race 1, it's official. 2 twist on Drew Monty, 292, 264, and 252. Number 6, Time to Communicate second, Brett McDonald, 950 and 684. Third of the 3, Katie's Mick and Leon Bailey, 422. 2-6 on the exacta, 32.48. 263 the dollar try at 59.69. Rundown, Rock Me Always 4, Twist Not the winner. Katie's Mick was third. Century Grizzly 6, Sportsmanship 7, Time to Communicate was second. Risky Dude 5, and Time Envoy was 8. 413-672-58, 155 and 4. Race 1 of the 2, Twist Not, and the driver Drew Monty. Second race coming up next, Class B Pacers, exact to try 20 cents, superfecta wagering. Win Play Show is also available. Field of 8 will go in 9 at 12:34. No changes in the upcoming second. If I could have your attention, please. A late scratch coming across for the first time in the third race. Third race, number 3, Shady Maple Becker has been scratched sick. Scratch sick, number 3, Shady Maple Becker in race 3. That's a scratch coming across for the first time. Pacers on the track for the second race. Exact to try 20-cent superfecta wagering. Win, play, show. Class B optional claimer. Purse $8,000. The one is Bold Speed. Owned by Sierra Smith and Jacob Brook Farms. Sam Smith trains. Sean Gray, the driver. 2, Better Than Never. Owned by the trainer Bradley Jackson. The driver, Drew Monty. 3, Dancing Diablo. Owned by Leslie Schaefer and David Snyder. New trainer Courtney Wright. The driver, Mike Whalen. 4, Shocking Truth is owned by the new trainer Lisa Mariacker. The driver is Dave McKnight III. 5, Ideal Artillery, owned by Howard Oriel. Jim Rothfuss trains. Denny Bucherry drives. 6, Colton's Charm, owned by Jennifer Signor. Jacob Ballmeister trains and Mike Ballmeister. 7, Brutus Bayama, owned by Caleo Enterprises LLC, now trained by David Russo, and the driver Brett McDonald. And the 8 is Longshot Buckets, owned by Mike Flanagan. Rachel Mungillo trains at John Cummings Jr. Field of 8, race 2, Exacta tries Super Win Play Show. Class B optional claiming event going at $8,000. No changes in race 2. You got about 5 till post. Hot picks 1-3-2-6, and I like 2-1-4-6. I'm going to go with the 2, Better Than Never. Drawn back inside. He had a win streak going up until the last start where he drew post 6. His first time up in this class. We'll see what he can do from post 2. Drew Monty now looking to sweep the double for Bradley Jackson at 4-1. Second, the 1, Bold Speed, Sean Gray, the heavily favored 2-5 for trainer Sam Smith. Finished 4th in this class in his debut coming over from Harrington. What can he do with the rail benefit? He looks for his second win of the season at 2-5. Third of the 4, Shocking Truth, coming over from Harrington and Ocean Downs. Won some big miles, including the last one, parked to the quarter in 26-4. They won some monster fractions. He ended up 7th. But he went in a mile of 155-3, and he's been pacing an average about 156 down the program. That might be good enough here on this off-going to win this race. And right now, Dave McKnight III is 29-1 for Lisa Mariacker. Then I got the 6, Colton's Charm, to round out my super. I'm going to go 2-1-4-6, and hot pick's going to go 1-3-2-6. They'll go to the gate in less than 4 minutes, less than 4 to post. Scoring complete. Starter calls the Pacers. Race number 2. Gates rolling. Full field of 8, Class B optional claimers set at $8,000. Heavy 4 to 5 favorite, the one Bold Speed. They've reached the top of the stretch. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Colton's Charm leaving away off stride. Went better than ever. Better than ever made a break. So we got Bold Speed at the rail on the outside. Colton's Charm. Also leaving from the outside post 8 was Long Shot Buckets. And he is a long shot at 40 to 1. In their fourth, that is Dancing Diablo making his debut from the Meadows. Pacing along in their fifth, that is Shocking Truth. Then you got Ideal Artillery. Brutus Bayama, way back after the miscue, better than ever. To the opening quarter they go, and crossing over and taking the lead, Bold Speed at 1 to 5. The opening quarter goes 28-3. Into the turn, and a 2-length advantage now for Bold Speed. In their second, Colton's Charm. Pacing along in third is Long Shot Buckets. And you got Dancing Diablo with Shocking Truth. Ideal Artillery, Brutus Bayama, and way back to Better Than Never. They turn it up the front stretch to the half mile, and Sean Gray cutting the cake again, this time with Bold Speed. Bold Speed at 1 to 5 showing the way. Pacing along second, Colton's Charm, and third, Long Shot Buckets, the outside Ideal Artillery, the half at 58-3. In and out of the clubhouse turn to go, and Bold Speed is the one to catch. On the inside of Colton's Charm, outside Ideal Artillery, starting to pick up the pace. And then you got Long Shot Buckets, second over Shocking Truth. Now third over Brutus Bayama, getting shuffled Dancing Diablo and Better Than Ever. They head to 3/4, and Bold Speed is still there. Colton's Charm trying to stay with them. On the inside, that's Long Shot Buckets, 3/4 of 127. They went 28-2 on the backside. And the leader, Bold Speed, still with 2 to play with over Colton's Charm. And Long Shot Buckets up the inside, Dancing Diablo. And on the outside of him, Brutus Bayama, they turn for the wire. But the favorite, Bold Speed, starting to assert himself, the 1 to 5 favorite, looking like he should. And Bold Speed is going to win easily. Colton's Charm to be second, Long Shot Buckets, and Brutus Bayama, 155-1. Unofficially, the favorite, the 1 Bold Speed over the 6 Colton's Charm, the 8 Long Shot Buckets, 7 Brutus Bayama, 1687, 155-1. Making his way back to the winner's circle, the 1 Bold Speed. The big gelding 4-year-old by Better's Wish out of the Rock and Roll Heaven mare, Lady in Pink. Owned in Derby, New York, Sierra Smith, Jagged Brook Farms of Batavia. Trained by Sam Smith, driven to victory by Sean Gray. Second win in 17 on the season for the 1 Bold Speed at 1 to 5. Second race, it's official. The 1 Bold Speed and Sean Gray, 262, 214, and 210. 6 Colton Charms second, Mike Ballmeister, 386 and 312. Third of the 8 Long Shot Buckets, John Cummings Jr., 1104 to show. The 1-6 Exacta paid $13.48. 1-6-8 the Dollar Tried, $114.31. The 2-1 Double paid $5.96, and the 1-6-8-7 Dollar Super, $1,277.93. Not bad for a 1-5 on top. Rundown, Bold Speed, the winner, Better Than Ever was 8. Dancing Diablo 5. Shock and Truth was 6th. Ideal Artillery 7. Colton's Charm 2nd. Brutus Bayama 4. And Long Shot Buckets 3rd. 185, 672, 43 in the bottom. 155 and 1. Second race to the 1 Bold Speed and the driver Sean Gray. Third race coming up next. Trotters will begin our pick 4. Got Exacta Tries Super Win Play Show. Now, both changes in the pick 4 come in race 3. The 3 Shady Maple Becker, a late scratch sick. The 5 Said and Done Oz make the driver, John Cummings Jr. They'll go to the gate in 9 minutes at 12. Make it 8, 12:53. Trotters on the track for the third race. Begins our early pick four. Exacta Tries Super Win Plays Show. It's a Class AA optional claiming trot. Purse $11,000. The one is Feel Good Volo. With the Friendship Stables LLC, trainer Salvatore Lombardo. The driver is Leon Bailey. 2 My 1% is owned, trained, and driven by Kyle Cummings along with Matthew Miller. Out sick today, the 3 Shady Maple Becker. 4 Cool Clifford, owned by Jeffrey Corshane and Mart West Racing Stable. Taylor Fritz trains at Wade Tomaszewski. 5 Said and Done, owned by Barry Franklin. Ron Beback Jr. trains. New driver, John Cummings Jr. 6 Valentine Express, over the Rocco 1 Stable Incorporated. Jerry Nugent Jr. trains at Sean Gray. 7 Treasured Tea, home with the driver Drew Monty, the trainer Darren Monty. Number 8 Bisco, home with the driver Jim McKnight Jr., back the trainer Sam Dilcher. That's your field down to 7, and race 3 begins our pick 4. Exacta Tries Super Win Plays Show, a Class AA optional claiming trot. Purse set $11,000. Late scratch second, the 3 Shady Maple Becker. John Cummings Jr. driving the 5 Said and Done Oz. About 5 minutes to post. Hot pick's going to go 1-3-8-2. He's actually got the 1 as his live long shot. He's on the board at 7-2 right now. I'm going to go 6-8-2-4. I like 6 Valentine Express. He's your 4-5 favorite. He got locked in along the rail last week. Didn't get where he wanted to be. Let's see if he can get him out and moving today. Sean Gray for Jerry Nugent on the board at 4-5. Second, the 8 Bisco. Also threw him in the pick 5. Now he only has to overcome post 7 after the scratch. Jim McKnight Jr. owns and drives for Sam Dilcher. A 2-time winner in just 9 starts this season. Right now he's 11-1. He would be a nice spice to the pick 5. And your pick 4. 2 My 1%. Got to be hitting the board from this inside post. Kyle Cummings trains and drives here at odds of 5-1. And the 4, Cool Clifford, now inherits post 3 to round out my super. 6-8-2-4. Hot Picks is down to 1-8-2 after the scratch of the 3. They'll go to the gate in 4 minutes a post. All right, third race trotters line up behind the gate. Last call to wager in the pick 4 here at Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. Field down to 7-3. Shady Maple Becker was a late scratch sick, and John Cummings Jr. will catch drive the 5, Said and Done Oz. Favor right now at 6-5. 6 Valentine Express. Pick 4 trotters top of the stretch. Here they come. And they're off and trotting. Said and Done Oz, middle of the racetrack, leaving away. Treasure T also leaving. Down on the inside, Feel Good Volo. Then you got My 1%, Cool Clifford, Valentine Express, Bisco Trails. Battle continues on as Said and Done Oz, making Treasure T go into that huge pocket. Drew finally reluctantly will. Gapped out third, Feel Good Volo. In there fourth, that is My 1%. On the outside and on the move is Valentine Express early. Then you got Cool Clifford and Bisco. The opening quarter, 27-4. So a big opening quarter for Said and Done Oz. On the inside, Treasure T, but here comes the even money favorite, Valentine Express, making his way towards the front. Now Feel Good Volo comes off the cones. My 1% had the idea first, then he went off stride. And then down along the inside, that's Cool Clifford and Bisco Trails. So we have a new leader, the favorite. Valentine Express takes over command. On the inside, Said and Done, outside Feel Good Volo. Lost his cover, the half 57-2. Into the clubhouse turn they go, and they're all chasing Sean Gray and Valentine Express. Said and Done Oz on the inside, Feel Good Volo the outside. Treasure T on the inside is fourth. Cool Clifford trying to close the gap, as is Bisco, and after the miscue, My 1%. Down the backside they go, and Valentine Express the one to catch. Said and Done Oz, glued right to his helmet. On the outside, Feel Good Volo trying to catch on the outside. Then you got Treasure T, 3/4 and 127. They're moving here, and Valentine Express now gets separation. He opens up by 2-3 lengths over Said and Done, Feel Good Volo, and Treasure T, all the rest. With an eighth of a mile to go, and it's all Sean Gray, Valentine Express. He made the move going to the quarter, and that was the winning move, because once he got the lead, he's not looking back. Valentine Express at even money. He'll get the job done. Feel Good Volo, Said and Done. Looks like Treasure T held off Bisco and won 56-1. They say this track is good. It's scary good. Unofficially, number 6, Valentine Express over the 1, Feel Good Volo. 5, Said and Done. 7, Treasure T. 6-1-5-7 in race 3, 156-1. Making his way back to the winner's circle, the 6, Valentine Express, the big gelding 7-year-old by Chapter 7 out of the Donato Hanover mare, Cantata. Owner in Hamburg, New York, Rocco One Stable Incorporated. Trainer Jerry Nugent Jr., back-to-back driving double for Sean Gray. Win number 4, 18 on the season. A season's best today for the 6 Valentine Express. Your even money favorite. All right, third race gone official. 6 Valentine Express, Sean Gray, 433.10, 260. Number 1, Feel Good Volo, Leon Bailey, 548, 440. Number 5, Seddon Donaz and John Cummings Jr., 524. 6-1 Exacta, 1874. 615 the dollar try at 35.11. 6157 the dollar super, $122.80. Third race rundown. Feel Good Volo was second. My 1% is 7. Shady Maple Becker was out sick. Cool Clifford 6. Seddon Donaz was third. Valentine Express the winner. Treasure T 4 and Bisco 5. 2-7 Scratch 63145 and 156 and 1. Third race the 6 Valentine Express. The driver Sean Gray. All right, I see the horses on the track for our main event. The gender reveal race. Second one we've had here at the Downs in a couple years. This time for Team Petrelli. Chris Petrelli and his girlfriend Victoria expecting a baby here. Now they have a daughter named Aubrey. And I see the family making its way towards the winner's circle. And of course, Aubrey going to be the big sister. And as soon as she gets down trackside here, we're going to send it down to Nicole Fortes, our general manager, to get a word with Aubrey. And maybe get her expertise on who she thinks Mommy's going to have here. Who might win this gender reveal race. Special handicapper, Aubrey Petrelli, and Nicole will talk to her trackside here in just a moment. We'll send it down to Nicole. Take her into the winner's circle, have a little word with Nicole, send her down to Nicole trackside to get the big sister Aubrey's thoughts on today's gender reveal race.
Hi, Aubrey. Are you excited? Yeah. Who do you think is going to win, and what are you hoping for, a little brother or a little sister?
I think it's going to be a girl.
You think it's going to be a girl? What's the first thing you're going to do when you meet her?
I don't know. Big hug? Yeah.
Give her a big hug? Okay, let's see.
All right, there you have it. Vote for a little sister. Now, the names have been chosen by the family. Now we have to figure out who is coming into the world for Team Petrelli. In blue, it'll be Christian. In pink will be Adriana. They're going to go mano-a-mano here in just a moment. Try to figure out who's going to join Team Petrelli and their growing family. Aubrey wishes it to be a girl. You see me with blue on in the TV show, so you kind of know where my vote lies. Of course, the boys, from what I know about gender reveal races, they've gone 2 for 2. One here at the Downs. And then I think Pocono had one for Braxton Boyd and his girlfriend Brandy. They're expecting a little boy. So the boys trying to stay unbeaten in these said races. Looks like the horses are headed this way. Here they come. Christian on the inside, Adriana on the outside. Who's it going to be? Pacer, trotter. Christian's trotting. Adriana's pacing on the outside. They're coming to the wire, and it looks like it's going to be a boy. Christian on the inside takes it. Oh, I guess they're going. They're going to continue to go. They ain't over yet. Got a little ahead of ourselves. All of us cheering on Christian. Got a little ahead of ourselves. He's only in the lead. Adriana says, hold on. I'm not out of this race yet. Here she comes. Don't count me out. Come on, Teven. Get with it. Adriana on the outside takes over the lead from Christian. Christian didn't like that. He kind of threw his head up a little bit going, come on, sis. Showing me up here. So down the backside they go, and Adriana has the lead. Christian trying to stay with her. Doesn't want to be showed up by his little sister here as they make their way through the turn. Adriana's on top now. Christian just buying his time. They make their way through the far turn. Now Christian comes back out. Adriana kicking and screaming, doesn't want him to take back the lead. They're side by side as they come off the turn and they head up the stretch. Adriana now on the inside. Outside Christian trying to power on by. Adriana's making him earn it though. Christian pushing along. Go back around. Well, Christian will be welcoming to the world here momentarily. There's the blue blanket down front. Christian got up in time. Of course, I tried to sell him the win early. Adriana had other ideas, but Christian overall keeps the boys unbeaten here. And we welcome into the world here momentarily. Congratulations to the Petrelli family. Congratulations to little Aubrey. She'll have a baby brother coming soon. All right, making his way back to the winner's circle, Christian. Hard-earned victory over Adriana, but he'll be coming to the world here for Team Petrelli. Chris Paige Usiak down front with the blanket. Gonna bring him into the. Gonna bring him up here. Gonna put the blanket on. I'm assuming. Christian seems to be a good boy. He's coming in nice and quietly into the winner's circle. All right, get the blanket up on Christian there. It's a boy. Special presentation down front again. Congratulations to the Petrelli family. Wendy will get a huge family photo here. So again, a big congratulations to the Petrelli family. Know that they're adding a boy named Christian here in just a few months. And congratulations again. We got race 4 coming up next. On our live program, Race 4, we welcome Los Jugadores making their annual stop here to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. Race 4 is your race, starting the daily double. Exacta Super Win Play Show open to Pacers. We'll go in 8 minutes at 1:21. No changes in the upcoming double. Open 2 Pacers on the track for race 4. We welcome Los Jugadores here to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. Start of the daily double. Exacta tries Super Win Play Show going for $12,500. The one Woodmere Rollin' Pop owned by the driver Dave McKnight III, trainer Cassie Johnson. 2 Don't Call Me Francis owned by trainer Jason Seymour, the driver Larry Stahlbaum. 3 Italian Lad, the New Zealanders owned by the Eldorado Stables of Mike Torsello. Sam Smith now trains. Brett McDonald drives. 4 is Trent Deo. Owned by Kelly Jackson, Dakota Jackson trains, and Andy Shetler drives. 5 Beach Choice, owned by Jim Palladino. Tom Mays trains, and Wade Tomaszewski. 6 Pro Beach, owned by the PT Stable. Sheena Cohen trains at Garrett Douse. 7 On Top Rainman, owned by Christopher Dickel. Walter Whalen trains at Mike Whalen. And the 8 is Marvelous Mac, the Australian breds owned by the Vogel and Wagnags LLC, Team Race Racing LLC, and Dr. Michael Miller. Maria Rice trains, Drew Monty drives. That's your field of 8. Open 2 Pacers for the 4th. Start of our daily double. Exacta tries Super Win Play Show. Purse $12,500. No changes in this upcoming daily double. Hot pick's going to go 3-1-4-8. I'm going to go 1-3-4-8. Something you might want to box here. Going to go with the 1 Woodmere Rollin' Pop. He's going to be a tough out off the rail. Dave McKnight III for Cassie Johnson. Looking for win number 6 on the season. Right now he's at 7-2. 3 Italian Lad, I do like for second. He took a nice solid second at Yonkers. Did a lot of good work at Yonkers. Went over to Philadelphia Harris Chester, and they went quite fast on him. Don't know if they'll go quite that fast here this afternoon, but we'll welcome him in his debut. He's hit the board 10 out of 19. Only 1 win, though, so got to have him on the ticket. He's 3-1. Brett McDonald for leading trainer Sam Smith. Then we got the 4 Trent Deo. Andy Shetler in town driving for Dakota Jackson. Hit the board against the Open last start. I don't see why he can't do it against the Open 2. Right now at 5-2. Then down to the 8 Marvelous Mac. I also tossed him in the pick 5. Drew Monty for Maria Rice if he can overcome the post. The last time he faced the Open 2 from post 4, he wired him by 6 1/4 lengths. Right now he's at 3-1. 1-3-4-8. Hot picks going to go 3-1-4-8. Box it up here in race 4. You got 3 minutes of post time. Post time in 3. Pacers being called to the gate, race 4. Last call to wager on the daily double. Race 4 today. We welcome Los Jugadores here to Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel. Your race number 4, an Open 2 event, going to $12,500. And right now, the current favorite, a slight favorite at 5-2, is the 1 Woodmere Rollin' Pop. It's a pretty wide open betting board here in the 4th. Picking up speed. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Woodmere rolling pop at the rail. Italian Lad to challenge early from post 3. Don't Call Me Francis takes away 3rd. And their 4th, that is Trent Deo. Pacing along in 5th is Beach Choice. Then you got Pro Beach. On top, Rainman and Marvelous Mac is the trailer. Past the 8th and down the backside. An Italian Lad trying to get back or get around a stubborn Woodmere rolling pop who's making him earn it here. Gapped out 3rd to Don't Call Me Francis. Then you got Trent Dale, the opening quarter, 27-2. Into the turn, Brett McDonald, Italian Lad, end for New Zealand, showing the way. He's dismissed it 2-1. And their 2nd, that is Woodmere rolling pop. Pacing along in 3rd, Don't Call Me Francis. Then you have Trent Dale, who's already looking to go to the outside for Shetler. Then you got Beach Choice and Pro Beach. Then you got On Top Rainman and Marvelous Mac as the trailer. Up the front stretch to the half they come, an Italian Lad showing the way. But here comes Trent Deo with a rush on the outside, followed along by Beach Choice. Then off the rail, Woodmere rolling pop, the half and 57-1. Just 29-4 in quarter number 2. And on the outside, Trent Deo trying to put ahead in front of Italian Lad. Now gapping cover just slightly as Beach Choice in the turn. Down along the inside, Woodmere rolling pop needs to do more. Don't Call Me Francis now comes off the cones. Then you got Pro Beach on top, Rainman to the outside, Marvelous Mac. Head to 3/4, a new leader. Trent Deo has taken over the lead. From Italian Lad, they go by 3/4 of 125-3. 28-2 in that quarter, and the leader, Trent Deo, opens up. Outside, Pro Beach trying to reel him in. Italian Lad couldn't go with it. Outside, Don't Call Me Francis. Also on top, Raymond, top of the stretch. It is all Trent Deo. He is kicked free here, and Trent Deo is going to win it, giving Andy Shetler his first win in Western New York. Trent Deo to win it. Beach Choice will be 2nd, on top Rainman, and Marvelous Mac in 154-1. Unofficially, number 4, Trent Deo over the 5. Beach Choice, 7 on top Raymond, 8 Marvelous Mac. 4, 5, 7, 8 in race 4, 154-1. Back in the winner's circle, the 4, Trent Deo, the Bay Ridgeline 10-year-old by Captain Trenchers out of the I Am a Fool mare, Electric Fool. Owned in Monroe, Michigan by Kelly Jackson, trainer Dakota Jackson, driven to victory by Andy Shetler. Win number 4, 19 on the season, a season's effort here today for the 4, Trent Deo, at odds of 5-2. Race 4, it's official. For Trent Deo and Andy Shetler, 798, 440, and 312. Number 5, Beach Choice second, Wade Tomaszewski, 846, 658. Third of the 7, on top, Raymond Mike Whalen at 866. 4-5 on the exacta, 58.82. 4-5-7 the dollar try at $357.98. 4-5-7 $8 super, $1,359.84. Rundown, Woodmere Rollin' Pop was 8. Don't Call Me Francis 6. Italian Lad was 5th. Trent Dale the winner. Beach Choice 2nd. Pro Beach was 7. On top, Rainman 3rd. Marvelous Mac 4. Top down 865 127 34 154 and 1. Race 4 to the 4, Trent Dale and the driver Andy Shetler. As we go to the 5th, Exact the Try, 20-cent Super Win Play Show. Class AA Trotters, field of 8. We'll go in 8 at 142. No changes in the upcoming 5th. Trotters on the track for race 5. Exact the try. 20-cent super effect wagering win place show. A class AA optional claimer. Purse $11,000. The one Crazy Fool. Owned, trained, and driven by Kyle Cummings along with owner Matthew Miller. 2 is all summer long. Owned by the driver Brett McDonald along with Artel Maintenance Incorporated in Shengo. The trainer Ron McDonald. 3 is Star Pilot owned by Harry Wartzman. Sean McDonough trains. Dave McKnight III. 4, Uncle Archie, owned by Michael Flanagan, Rachel Mungillo trains, and Sean Gray. 5, Cotton Candy Cutie, owned by Marna Sheehan. That is trainer Jennifer Petrelli. The driver is Drew Monty. 6, 7 Tier, owned by the Eldorado Stables of Mike Torsello. Sam Smith trains, Kevin Cummings. 7, Miss Bliss, owned by Stephen Picarazzi and trainer Brett DeRue. The driver Leon Bailey. The 8, Immigrant M, owned, trained, and driven by Larry Stahlbaum along with Walter Jurek. That is your field of 8 trotters for race 5. Exact the try super win plays show. A class AA. Optional claiming trot. Purse $11,000 with no change. Got about 5 minutes post time. Hot pick's going to go 6-1-3-5. Going to go 1-3-6-4. I like one Crazy Fool. Been drawing the outside post each of the last 3 weeks. He's made money. He's even hit the board a couple of times. Kyle Cummings trains and drives. Can he take advantage of the rail today at 5-2? Second, the 3 Star Pilot coming in from Saratoga for trainer Sean McDonough. A little win streak going on there in the month of June. He won 3 in a row. Now he's going to go up against our optional 20s here. Dave McKnight III will be the driver. He's got 7 wins total this season. He's made over $41,000 already, just 21 starts. Right on the board now at 11-1. Third down the 6, 7 Tier. Also got him in the pick 5. Kevin Cummings for Sam Smith. He's looking for 4 in a row as he jumps up in class again. Right now he's on the board at 3-1. Then we got the 4 Uncle Archie to round out my super. 1-3-6-4. Hot pick 6-1-3-5. Trotters go to the gate. Less than 4 minutes. Less than 4 to post. Scoring complete. Starter calls the Trotters. Race 5. His field is in motion. Field of 8, Class Double A optional claiming Trotters set at $11,000. Off stride and off the gate, 5 Cotton Candy Cutie. Right now, the favorite at 2-1, the one Crazy Fool. They've reached the top of the stretch, and here they come. And they're often trotting Miss Bliss, leaving away Crazy Fool in the inside to greet her. As they head into the clubhouse turn all summer long. In their third, trotting fourth, Star Pilot. In their fifth, that is Uncle Archie up on the outside. Here comes the Immigrant Am. And then you got 7 Tier, and after the early miscue, Cotton Candy Cutie's got her work cut out. Down the backside they go. Kyle Cummings by himself. Crazy Fool up by almost 3 lengths. Miss Bliss in the pocket second. Trotting third is all summer long. On the outside, methodical move by Immigrant Am by the quarter in 28-2. End of the turn, Crazy Fool, but now Stahlbaum steps on the gas a little bit with Immigrant Am coming off a qualifier. Down the inside, Miss Bliss. Then you get all summer long. On the outside goes Uncle Archie. Getting shuffled, Star Pilot. On the outside goes 7 Tier, and way back to Cotton Candy Cutie. 4 and 3 out in the trailer to head to the half mile. And the leader, Crazy Fool, the half at 58-3. Clubhouse turn second time around. Crazy Fool at 4-5. On the outside, Immigrant Am. On the inside, Miss Bliss. On the outside, Uncle Archie. Locked in there is all summer long. On the outside, 7 Tier. Then Star Pilot. Cotton Candy Cutie. Down the backside they go. Crazy Fool, a stubborn Immigrant up on the outside, challenging. Now swinging it up 3 wide is Uncle Archie. They go by 3/4 of 128-3. Into the final turn, and Crazy Fool got a nice middle half, 1:01. Kyle steps on the gas, and nobody went with him except for Miss Bliss. On the outside, Immigrant had enough, as did Uncle Archie. They turned for home. Crazy Fool on the outside. Miss Bliss coming up, and Miss Bliss making her presence felt. Lightning Leon and Miss Bliss are going to get the job done over Crazy Fool. Fast closing 7 Tier, and all summer long 157-2. Unofficial. Number 7, Miss Bliss, the longest shot on the board at 61-1. Over the favorite, the 1 Crazy Fool, the 6, 7 Tier, and the 2 all summer long. 7-1-6-2, bombs away in race 5, 157-2. Making our way back to the winner's circle, the 7 Miss Bliss, Baymare 6-year-old by Dover Dan, out of the Lucky Chucky mare, its posterity. Owned in Half Moon, New York by the co-owner Stephen Pecorazzi, the trainer Brett DeRue of Queensbury. Driven to victory by Leon Bailey. Winner number 4 and 25 on the season. A season's effort today for the 7 Miss Bliss, 61-1. Welcome to Western New York. Race 5 has gone official. 7 Miss Bliss and Leon Bailey, $125.80 for the win, $19.64 to place, only $8.24 to show. The one Crazy Fool second, Kyle Cummings, $264 and $210. Third of the 6-7 tier, Kevin Cummings at $312. 7-1 exact at $373.80. 716 the dollar try at $1,352.67. How about the double 4 and 7, $1,155.40. The dollar super 7162, $5,646.11. And we have a carryover in the pick 5 for Wednesday, $984.62, $984.62. Carryover in the pick 5 for Wednesday. Here's your rundown. Crazy Fool was second. All summer long was fourth. Star Pilot 7. Uncle Archie 5th. Cotton Candy Cutie was 8. 7 Tier was 3rd. Miss Bliss the winner. Immigrant was 6th. Top down is 247, 583, 16, and 157 and 2. Race 5 to the 7 Miss Bliss and driver Leon Bailey. Race 6, first of back-to-back featured events. The open pace will go first. Exact the Tri Super Win Place Show. Field of 8, 7 minutes away at 2:02. And we have no changes in that featured 6th. Open Pacers on the track for race 6. Exact the try in the 20-cent Super Win Place Show. Field of 8 going for $13,500. The one is Total Stranger by Fred Yellen, John Cummings Jr., the trainer and the driver. 2 I Ain't No Mac, owned by Mike Torsello. Sam Smith trains, Kevin Cummings drives. 3 Rock and Roll Runa, owned by the trainer driver Larry Stahlbaum. 4 Davy Day Trader, owned by Jim Costa and Pete Kibler. Dave McKnight Jr. trains, Sean Gray drives. 5 Lions Surfing coming off the qualifier for the PT stable. Sheena Cohen trains with Garrett Dowse. 6 Lip Reader, owned by Vogel and Wag Nags. Team Rice Racing LLC's Maria Rice with Drew Monty. 7 Salzburg Victor, owned by the driver Brett McDonald, along with Brent McKellen, that is trainer Ron McDonald. And the 8 Lanjo Lee, last week's winners owned by Gordy Swift, Tammy Cummings trains, and Kyle Cummings. Field of 8, race 6, Exact the Try Super Win Place Show, the open pace. First $13,500, no change. Hot pick's going to go 3615. I'm going to go 3687. I like the 3 as well. Rock and Roll Runa. Now, when I saw this horse draw into this race, I was like, that name sounds familiar. Well, I looked him up, and yes, 2 years ago. He won almost 2 years ago to the day, he won the $220,000 Sam McKee Memorial at the Meadowlands. That is his lifetime mark at age 7 at 147-3. Now, he hasn't raced since March 28th due to a scratch lame on April 13th, but he has qualified twice at Vernon in blistering efforts, 152, 151, and 3. Now he's here to compete. Larry Stahlbaum owns, trains, and drives at 4-5. 6 Lip Reader. Took a nice second to Lanjo Lee last week, and he do that again from post 6. Drew Monty Maria Rice on the board at 13-1. Also like the 8 Lanjo Lee, last week's winner. Don't think he can't come from out there. Shows him winning the Open over Buffalo on June 20th from that spot. Right now he's on the board at 11-1. Kyle Cummings for Tammy Cummings. 7 Salzburg Victor. Well, he finished 4th in his debut. Can he do that again? At least at 3-1. Got to go 3687. Hot picks 3615. Pacers will go to the gate 4 minutes. 4 minutes to post time. Open Pacers line up behind the gate. It's post time. They're at the top of the stretch. Right now, the 4-5 favorite 3, Rock and Roll Runa. Picking up speed. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and Rock and Roll Runa wastes no time looking for the lead. Total stranger down along the inside. I Ain't No Mac gets away in third. Pacing back fourth, Davy Day Trader. Then you got Lion Surfing coming off the qualifier. Then Lip Reader Salzburg Victor and last week's winner Lanjo Lee is the early trailer. Down the backside they go, Larry Stahlbaum and Rock and Roll Runa A for Australia showing the way. Total Stranger from the pocket second, and their third, that is I Ain't No Mac. Then you got Davy Day Trader, the opening quarter, 28-1. Pacing back fifth, that is Lion Surfing with Lip Reader, Salzburg Victor, and Lanjo Lee has to pass them all. Single file behind the 3-5 heavily favored Rock and Roll Runa. Pacing along in second, Total Stranger. In there, third, I Ain't No Mac. Then Davy Day Trader and Lions Surfing, Lip Reader, they turned it up to the half. The trailer, Salzburg Victor, Lanjo Lee, no right lines yet. Favorite getting the respect here, Rock and Roll Runa, 3-5. Trips the beam in 56-4. Oh, he went 28-3 in quarter two. So honest fractions, uncontested Rock and Roll Runa. On the inside, Total Stranger. Then you got I Ain't No Mac. Davy Day Trader, Lip Reader now to the outside. And going with him is Salzburg Victor. Staying in was Lions Surfing, as did Lanjo Lee. Down the backside to go to three quarters. And a Rock and Roll Runa lets it out a half notch. Then Total Stranger. Outside, I Ain't No Mac. Three quarters of 125. 28-1 backside third quarter. Rock and Roll Runa inside Total Stranger. Outside I Ain't No Mac is retreating. Davy Day Trader now going around. Up the inside, Lions Surfing, eighth of a mile to go. And the favorite, Rock and Roll Runa, now starting to pour it on. Opens up by 3 and looking for more. Rock and Roll Runa. Then you got the Total Stranger outside Davy Day Trader. Rock and Roll Runa in hand and in command. And 153-3. Unofficial, number 3, Rock and Roll Runa. Over the 1, Total Stranger. The 5, Lions Surfing. And the 4, Davy Day Trader. 3154, 153-3. Making his way back to the winner's circle, the 3, Rock and Roll Runa, the Australian-bred Bay Geldie 9-year-old by Rock and Roll Heaven out of the Jeremy's Jet Mare. She's a Runa. Owned, trained, and driven out of Matamoros, Pennsylvania by Larry Stahlbaum. Third win in 10 on the season. He had a faster qualifier at Vernon his last start. The 3, Rock and Roll Runa, odds of 3-5. Featured sixth official, 3 Rock and Roll Runa, Larry Stahlbaum, 326, 252, and 220. Second of the 1, Total Stranger, John Cummings Jr., 770, 476. Third of the 5, Lions Surfing, Garrett Thaus, 1260 to show. 3-1 Exacta paid $16.60. 3-1-5 the dollar try, 170.103. 3-1-5 $4 Super, $775.12. And 3 out of 4 in the pick 4 paid $13.42. Rundown, Total Stranger was second, I Ain't No Mac 8. Rock and Roll Runa was the winner. Davy Day Trader was 4. Lion Surfing was 3. Lip Reader was 7. Salzburg Victor was 6. Lanjoli was 5. 281, 437, 65, and 153 and 3. Race 6, the 3, Rock and Roll Runa, and the driver, Larry Stahlbaum. Go to race 7, Open Trotters will begin our late pick 4. Exact the Try Super, Win Play Show. Field of 8 will go in 8 at 222. And we have no changes in race 7. We have no changes in the pick 4 either. Open trotters come onto the track for race 7. They'll begin our late pick 4. Exact to try Super Win Play Show and Open Trot. Purse set at $13,500. The one Crazy Ritz, owned by Jim Palladino. Sam Dilcher trains Jim McKnight Jr., the driver. 2 is HP Maestro, owned by the Dennis Bucheri. Denny Bucheri, his son, will train and drive. 3 Batinsky, owned by trainer Mary Ratchford, the driver Drew Money. 4 Dugga owned by Doug and Ty Rackley. Tammy Cummings trains at Kyle Cummings. The 5 Shine All the Way. With the trainer Jason Seymour, the driver Dave McKnight the third. 6 Duke La Victoire, owned by Stephen Picarazzi, along with trainer Brett DeRue and Daryl Buller. The driver Leon Bailey. 7 is Make or Break Us, Eric Prevost, along with co-owner trainer driver Larry Stahlbaum, and the 8 is El Toro Loco. Last week's winner is owned by Mike Torcell. Sam Smith trains at Kevin Cummings. So that's your field of 8. Race 7, Open Trotters will begin the pick 4. Exact to try Super Win Play Show and Open Trot going at $13,500. No changes in race 7 or the pick 4. You got 5 minutes to post time. Hot Pick's going to put that 7 on top over the 154. I'm going to go 1748. I like the 1 Crazy Ritz, getting that benefit of the rail. Last time he had it on July 4th, he went wire to wire. Trotted 156 and 2. He also got his name in the record books over at Buffalo Raceway for one of the fastest age trotters over there, 156 and 1. That kind of an effort here today could make him a winner. Jim McKnight Jr. for Sam Dilcher at 4-1. 7 Make or Break Us. The Swedish bred is making his second start in the States. He ran the Open over at Plain Ridge and finished second. He was a beaten favorite, 152 and 4. He also had a start over at Saratoga as well, where he won that in 55 and 4. So he has raced a couple times here. Let's see what he can do here. This will be his Batavia Downs debut. Larry Stahlbaum looking to sweep the Opens at 7-5. Then we got the 4 Dugga, the crowd favorite here, the big red machine, I like to call him. No worse than 4th down the program. You got to have him on your ticket somewhere. I got him 3rd at 3-1. Then you got the 8 El Toro Loco, last week's winner. Does have that early speed if he chooses to use it. And another one that has been no worse than 4th in his last 6. So I'm going to go 1748. I pick 7154. Go to the gate in 4 minutes. Good luck in the pick 4. 4 minutes to post time.